Goeiemiddag. En vandag is ons bulletin so effens anderste. Ons vertel jou nie wat in die koerant is nie, ons vertel jou wat in die koerant gaan wees. Want as daar mense is wat nou baie gelukkig is, soos Waldi, dan het hulle môre vakansie. Ander mense wat minder gelukkig is, soos ek, werk. So, middag Waldi, welkom.
Hello viewers, hello readers. Yes, once again, it's time for our weekly bulletin. Today perhaps a little bit shorter. And yes, tomorrow I will not be at work, but I will be working. So don't fear. Christelle, you can kick off with what you have there. What are we going to do this week?
Kyk, ons almal weet, skoonfamilie is nie altyd die lekkerste ding om te hê nie. Maar min van ons gaan oor in moord in. Maar dit is presies wat 'n vrou van Rustenburg gedoen het. Vir lank het die polisie van amper 2 jaar het die polisie gedink daar was 'n inbraak by 'n huis en dat 'n vrou deur 'n inbreker doodgemaak is. Maar verlede week het haar skoonsister in hegtenis geneem vir haar moord. So dit is een van ons lekker groot stories vir hierdie week.
Yeah, quite a turn of events, so unexpected. Christelle, probably the main story that I wrote this week, in Costa made the headlines once again. A massive fire at the well-known chicken hatchery plant in Costa, the Kuiper Group's Eagle's Pride hatchery. It was severely damaged in a fire last Saturday morning at 6:30 already. Damages to the tune of more than 100 million were incurred. Fortunately, nobody was injured. No chickens were killed in the process. Can you believe that? The whole story in this week's edition. The disaster will not affect Eagle's Pride commitments to customers and its network base.
Not quite what one wants if we say flame grilled chicken.
Flame grilled, not quite.
Soos wat ons hierso sit, wag ons vir die aankondiging van ons Springbok rugby span wat wêreldbeker toe gaan. Ek was natuurlik so voorbarig om so lank my span in die koerant te sit. So nou hou ek of duim vas dat dit korrek is of dat daar nog tyd is om dit te verander, want anders gaan hulle dalk die span wat stuur wat ons van die Herald af gekies het, want ons weet mos wat ons wil hê van ons manne.
Perhaps they should just select the second or third team, because to date they've done quite well. Both the games that we've won against Australia and the Los Pumas were the third teams, or the second teams if I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, all the best of luck to the Boks taking on New Zealand. When is that? This weekend if it's not? No.
No. The next game I think is the 10th of September, and that's against Scotland.
Wales, not
Wales.
Wales, yes,
yeah.
It's going to be Wales. Whatever is going to be a hard one this World Cup. New Zealand is on fire, and we hope the Boks manage to pull it through. Another story of big development, major development, millions of rand. Glencore ferro alloys at Wonderkop smelter. Glencore has developed a community center valued to 20 million rand, which includes several community facilities, centers, tools for the community. Long overdue development perhaps, and it is wonderful to see how our mining companies especially are not shying away from investing in local communities to make our people's and their workers' lives easier. All of this in this week's newspaper again.
So van gemeenskapsbouers gepraat. Ons almal weet dat die swaar las van 'n gemeenskap rus eintlik mos maar op die skouers van vroue. En met die wat dit môre Vrouedag is, het Rustenburg Herald dit goed gedink om eer te bring aan die vroue. Ek wil nou sê aan die skoner geslag, maar dis mos nie altyd net, skoonheid is nie veldiep nie, en ons het gefokus op 'n klompie vroue. Kyk, Rustenburg loop oor van uitsonderlike vroue, maar ons het so 7 gekies wat ons die kollig op plaas, en jy ontmoet hulle op ons voorblad, en dan nou op bladsy 20 gaan jy so 'n bietjie meer van hulle leer. Dit was regtig 'n eye-opener, soos wat hulle nou sal sê, want mens het meeste van die tyd elke dag met van hierdie vroue te doen, maar jy weet nie van wat hulle eintlik alles tot in staat is nie. Dit was nou 'n lekker storie om te doen.
Christelle, I will be first to admit that without our wives and without our mothers, we are lost. And it is not men who lead the community, it's women, because behind those men there are strong women. I know that for a fact. Shame on men who still don't realize that it is in fact the women from the very start. Christelle, we often wonder and compare one season to another, one winter to another, one summer to another. We have made a few comparisons between the winter of this year, of 2023, and that of last year. Most people will agree that this winter was very much colder than that of last year. We've made a comparison between temperatures, and we were surprised to note that even though there were quite a lot of days in July that were colder, which recorded colder temperatures than that of last year. There were quite a few days of last year's winter which were colder than this year's winter, which doesn't make it a colder winter. Everyone will agree that this year's winter was considerably colder than that of last year, in spite of what the temperatures have told us. Read the article, make the comparison for yourself, and see how it works, and you will realize there's a lot more to cold or to hot than merely temperatures. There are some other wonderful things at work in nature's climate and environment. Christelle?
Dalk is dit nie kouer nie, ons word net ouer, wat ons velle raak dunner. Ons het ook 'n berig oor wat Christa Meinhardt van die We Care Rehabilitation Wildlife Center vir ons gestuur het, oor jou troeteldiere se wisselwerking met die natuurlewe. En ons is almal wat troeteldiere het, is gek oor ons troeteldiere, maar die waarheid is dat hulle dalk nie altyd so gaaf is vir die natuurlewe nie. Maar dit sê nou nie jou troeteldier is nou boos nie, dit is nou mos maar net hoe die diereryk is. Maar sy het 'n paar tips, kom ons bly maar by dit, sy het 'n paar tips en wenke, hoe jy die impak kan minimaliseer en wat om te doen indien jou dier wel katjie of 'n voël, is jou katjie wel 'n voeltjie gevang het of so.
Of jou hondjie het 'n voeltjie gevang.
Ja, katspoeg is giftig. Dit is nie goed genoeg om net die voeltjie te behandel of as dit lyk asof hy nie seer gekry het om hom te laat gaan nie. Jy beter daai voeltjie afwas, want die katspoeg wat daarop is dra bakterieë en dit kan hom siek maak op die lang duur.
Christelle, we wrote a lot and often about the so-called rollover procedure of the electricity meters, prepaid electricity meters that almost all of us have at home. You will remember that we've warned the public several times that there's a cut-off date for the so-called rollover procedure. It is a simple function which is to be installed by officials of the municipality or contract workers trained to do that. They will come to your home and they will register a new number. They will toll in a new number for your prepaid device to work properly. And if you don't do this, you will be unable to use and can I use the word facilitate your meter after 24 November of next year. So make sure you read the article, see the numbers, contact the people, and you will be shown the way how to go about to have your meter rollover procedure installed, or even how to do that yourself. On some models and on some phases of the installation project, you will get to a stage where you can do that yourself. A worker with us here, a colleague at Roster McKill, Annette de Toue, confirmed to me that she had her prepaid meter rollover, the procedure installed, and it took no more than 10 minutes. So there's nothing to worry about. Officials come and go, and your device is up and running perfectly until the end of the deadline of next year.
Ja, dit is 'n regtig ware kwessie. Daar's mense wat dink nee, hulle kom nou in en kom haal jou meter uit en vervang hom. Dis nie so nie. Hulle kom met 'n selfoon en 'n toestelletjie en dit word gekalibreer en dis klaar. Daar's nie 'n gemors nie, daar's niks. Dis nie 'n groot te doen nie, dis sommer nie.
And in the end, there will be less errors on your prepaid device, though. Everyone knows there often are disputes about the meter reading and the units you are getting from prepaid purchased electricity. This new rollover procedure will ensure that the minimum of these will be taking place.
Ja, dan is ek nou amper hierso by die einde van my storieetjies. Soos gewoonlik het ons bladsye en bladsye vol, stampvol skoolnuus en skoolprestasies en veral Vastrap, Laerskool Vastrap se cricket en RAS se rugby het die laaste naweek uitgeblink. So, dit is my storie.
Likewise here, Christel, we just spoke about service delivery by the Rustenburg municipality. Sadly, service delivery leaves a lot to be desired as far as the Rustenburg municipality's municipal fleet is concerned. According to Councillor Luan Snyders of the DA, the Rustenburg municipality's vehicle fleet is totally dilapidated, outdated and out of service, which makes it impossible for the municipality to render service delivery, and in the end it is the consumer who suffers in spite of the fees and the money that he pays every month for service delivery. See everything in this week's edition of Rustenburg Herald. Christel, with that I'm signing off for this week. Like I said, it's a somewhat shorter news bulletin due to the holiday on Wednesday this week. We will keep you posted, and we will be here same time, same place next week. Keep well and keep safe until then.
Nou sê, en gaan ook na ons Facebook bladsy toe en gaan neem deel aan ons weeklikse opinie waar jy jou opinie kan gee oor 'n hele klompie onderwerpe. Hierdie week wil ons by jou weet, hoe sny jy jou broodjies? Ek weet daar's 'n paar manne wat vra, sny jy brood? So gaan kyk en gaan deel jou opinie met ons.
If it's not fast food.
Nee, maar tot ziens, dan sien ons weer volgende week.
Until next week then. Goodbye.